Hey guys! And Nintendo just updated the Switch to version 20.0.0, which is the first big update in years. And this is probably going to be the last big update for the Switch, since they seem to be preparing for the Switch 2 here. But right off the bat, you kind of notice that there are some changes to the icons down here. Like, some of them have different colors, like the News app and the eShop. The News app doesn't really have any changes beyond the color of the icon. But I think it's interesting that they made them the colors of the Switch 2. Probably because they were color coding everything that, like, work with, like, game share and virtual game cards and everything. But the big feature of this update is virtual game cards. So let's check that out here. So yeah, here it's showing some examples on here. I like how they're showing Anton Blast as one of the examples of one of my games. Pretty based, but yeah, basically you can actually share these with people, which I think is pretty interesting. Like, if I want to share like Anton Blast with someone, like let's say if I want to lend it to a family member, lend it to like Anton, but unfortunately you have to be close to each other. You can't like do it like over the internet, which is unfortunate. I wish I could lend it to Anton, but unfortunately you have to do a local connection, which I think is kind of weird. I don't know why they're doing that. It's already limited, since like you can only lend a game for like up to 2 weeks at a time. So I don't know why they're also limiting it to do like a local connection only. I mean, at least like connecting the systems for the first time. So I think that's kind of weird, because I'd like to share these games with other people, but like, I guess I can't really do that unless, like, I do have a couple people that I can share games with, but like, not that many. I do have a couple people in mind that I can share games with at least, but like, I wish I could share them with like Anton or Beach and different people like that, but it still is a cool feature. Like, and I do like that you could like kind of load things, like you could load onto the system, and yeah, they have like quick load, sort and filter, like different things like that. You could even do it with like DLC in upgrade packs. Upgrade packs, I think that's for Switch 2, exclusively, but like downloaded content, I think that includes like DLC and updates and things, and well, probably mostly DLC, because yeah, like DLC for like Sonic Shadow Generations, Sparks of Hope, Xenoblade, different things like that. Yeah, this is DLC here, but I think that's pretty cool. Then we also have Game Share here, which is for the Switch 2. Like, obviously it's not going to work here, but it's interesting that they added it here. Like, if you were to press join, it just searches for it, but I think that's cool that they added that on here already. I thought they were going to add this after the Switch 2 launch. Well, maybe the day that the Switch 2 launched. I was thinking they were going to do like another update, but they actually updated it now, which I guess, kind of thinking about it, kind of makes sense. They're probably like updating, like this is probably like an update for the Switch 2 as well. That this is probably like, oh, as well as like the things that are exclusive to the Switch 2 UI. This is basically going to be kind of how the Switch 1 or the Switch 2's day one update is going to be. So I think that's kind of how that's going to work. And I've noticed like the sound effect is interesting. Like that's like a new sound effect there. That's pretty interesting. Then another interesting thing here is with the icons. Because as we see here, they actually updated some of them. Like the Mario characters have like their newer renders, and like post 2019, 2020 renders. And then Donkey Kong has the new design, which is pretty cool. It seems like Nintendo is fully switching over to that design. Like, even the 2D version of it is updated. Even like little things, like the Mario items have been updated. These are like the newer designs for them, even though they look very similar to the previous designs. They just got those slight updates there. Then like scrolling down even more, they even updated like other characters too, like the Pikmin. They're now using like the Pikmin 4 renders for them. So I think that's pretty interesting. And then if we go into settings here, we scroll down here, I think... Yeah, it shows system transfer the Switch 2. So yeah, you could basically transfer your data over to the Nintendo Switch 2. So I'll be using this once the Switch 2 releases and everything. And it's nice to have this on here. And apparently, there's also like a feature where you could do it like ahead of time, and it will like store it for you. And then it will like transfer once you get a Switch 2 and like enter in your account and everything. So I think that's pretty interesting. So this is an interesting update here. I think the virtual game cards is interesting, though it's a little unfortunate that you have to be on a local connection in order to utilize them, because it would have been nice if you were able to like as long as you were like friends with someone, or like did some kind of like little thing, like agreement or something online, and were able to like send the game, because it is a limited time thing anyway. And it's not like they can disrupt your save files or anything, it's literally just the license to the game. So, I don't know why you have to connect, like, in person, like, locally. I think that's kind of weird. I do have a couple instances where I can use this. I can use this with a few people. But I do wish I could use this with my online friends. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. And make sure to check out my Discord server and Blue Sky if you want to. Stay perky!